The emergency broadcast wasn't scheduled. At 3:17 a.m., every phone in town lit up at once, buzzing, shrieking that same flat, robotic tone that only meant one thing: this is not a test.
Alex Harper sat bolt upright in bed, heart jackhammering.
He blinked at the red text on his cracked phone screen.
Emergency alert, shelter in place. Locked doors. Do not look outside. Stay away from windows. Trust no one.
Below the message, a countdown timer had started, counting down from 2 hours.
What the hell?
He rubbed his eyes and sat in silence. All he could hear was the ticking of the old clock downstairs, the groaning bones of his drafty house, and the slow thump of his own pulse behind his ears.
Then, the power died. The TV, the fridge, the fan in the hallway, gone in a heartbeat.
Darkness swallowed the room, moonlight barely seeping through the blinds.
Alex fumbled for his flashlight.
In the distance, somewhere across the town of Rensford, an air raid siren began to wail.
By 3:30 a.m., Alex had locked every door and window, drawn every curtain. The town was silent again. No cars. No voices. No lights.
He grabbed his police scanner and listened.
Repeat, do not respond to knocks. It mimics voices. It will sound like your loved ones. Stay quiet. Do not engage. Static crackled. A voice, trembling. Jesus, I saw it outside my window. Looked like my daughter.
She's been dead 10 years.
Then more static. The countdown now read 1 hour 45 minutes and 27 seconds. Alex was sweating. His hands shook. Was this some kind of terrorist attack? A prank?
No, it felt too deliberate.
The warning was too specific. Do not look outside.
He was about to check social media when a knock came at the front door.
3 soft taps. Then silence. Alex stood frozen.
Then, a voice, soft, pleading, called out.
Alex? It's me. Open up.
His skin went cold. It was his sister's voice. But his sister, Mandy, had died in a car crash 3 years ago.
He'd seen her body.
He'd buried her himself.
The voice called again. Alex, please. It's cold out here. Let me in.
He backed away, nearly tripping over a chair.
His breath came in sharp, panicked gasps.
I know you're in there, the voice said, now calm.
It's okay, Alex. You don't have to be afraid anymore. Then silence. And finally, a soft laugh. Not Mandy's laugh. Something lower. Something wrong. Alex didn't sleep.
By 4 a.m., the knocking had moved around the house, as if something was circling. Sometimes it tapped the window, sometimes it scratched at the wood.
Once, it knocked in a perfect rhythm, shave and a haircut, and waited. But he didn't answer. The countdown now read 1 hour 7 minutes and 12 seconds.
At 4:11 a.m., his phone buzzed again.
New message.
Do not trust your eyes.
That's all.
Then the flashlight blinked. Not off, just a flicker, barely perceptible. But enough to make him look around. His bedroom door was open. He swore he'd closed it. The hallway beyond was pitch black.
Hello, he whispered, flashlight shaking in his grip. Is anyone there? No answer. Then a whisper. Not from the hallway. From right behind him. Alex. He spun around. Nothing.
But something moved in the mirror. He stared at his own reflection, sweaty, wide-eyed, pale.
And yet, his reflection was smiling. Alex wasn't.
He dropped the flashlight, heart slamming in his chest, and bolted from the room.
He hid in the basement.
Old, musty, the smell of mildew thick in the air. He'd always hated it down here, but at least there were no windows. He curled up behind an old mattress and tried to slow his breathing.
The countdown was at 42 minutes and 33 seconds.
His phone buzzed again.
Another message.
It wears your regrets.
Then another knock, this time on the basement door above. Then a voice. His own. Alex, it's okay. You can come out now.
He clutched his head.
No, 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 no.
The voice grew louder.
More insistent. You're not crazy, Alex. You know what you did. Let me in.
The door creaked open.
Alex didn't look up. He pressed his hands over his ears and wept.
Something began to descend the stairs, each footfall slow, deliberate.
It didn't breathe. It didn't speak. But it knew him.
Killing her didn't fix you, it whispered.
Did it? He gasped. I didn't. Liar, it said. You were drinking. You were driving. You looked away. No. You were looking at your phone.
A shape appeared in the corner of the basement. A figure in the shadows. Her head twisted at an unnatural angle, blood dripping from her hair.
Mandy. But wrong. Not broken. Rebuilt. She grinned. Time's almost up, Alex. He screamed. At 5:17 a.m., the timer hit midnight.
The phone buzzed one last time.
Phase 2 initiated.
Above him, he heard the town's emergency siren stop. The silence that followed was thicker than death.
Alex crept up the stairs, one step at a time. He reached the main floor and found nothing. No broken doors. No blood. No figure. It was dawn.
Light filtered through the blinds. But something was wrong with the light.
It was gray. Flat. Lifeless. As if the sun had forgotten how to shine. Outside, the world looked still. Too still. He peeked through the curtain. The street was full of people. But none of them were moving.
They stood in silence, men, women, children, all facing the same direction.
Upright. Still as mannequins. Eyes wide. Mouths open. And behind them, at the end of the road, a shape. Towering. Wrong. Twisting the air around it like heat off pavement. Long, spindly limbs. A head that split open vertically like a blooming flower.
And it turned toward him.
Without eyes, it saw him. Alex dropped the curtain and fell to the floor, sobbing. The last message came at 6:06 a.m. Just 2 words. Join us.
His phone buzzed once more.
Then the screen went black.
He looked up and his reflection in the TV screen was smiling again.
Only this time, it raised a hand. And waved. 2 days later. Rensford was declared a ghost town.
When federal agents arrived, they found food on plates, showers still running, lights flickering on timers.
But no people. Not one.
Every phone had the same final alert, frozen on the black screen.
Join us. And in every mirror, in every house, reflections lingered, just slightly off. Smiling. Waiting.